So I'll try to explain the third point. In simple credit check, system considers only receivables while performing credit check. System considers only receivables while performing credit check. Means so we maintain every 32. There is a T code to maintain credit limits every 32. We maintain credit limit for 5 lakhs. Credit limit is 5 lakhs in every 32. We maintain this. Every 32 is the T code. And we created one order for 3 lakhs. So assume that this is FD32 is the T code. So here we maintain credit limit 5 lakhs. So this customer's credit limit is 5 lakhs. And here below you'll have sales value. And below credit exposure. And here you will have receivables. So we created one order. We created one order for 3 lakhs. So when I save this order, it will update here sales value 3 lakhs. Receivables 0. Credit exposure 3 lakhs. So credit exposure is nothing but sales value plus receivables. Credit exposure means sales value plus receivables. So both sales value, receivables, both will update here. So whenever we create order, it updates here sales value. And in sales value, it updates open order value, open delivery value, open invoice. Till open invoice, you will find the value only in sales value. When accounting document generates, then it will update from here to here, receivables. Fine. If I create delivery, if I create delivery for 2 lakhs, then when I save delivery, same here you will find 3 lakhs, but it will show clearly open order is 1 lakh, open order value is 1 lakh, open delivery value is 2 lakhs. But sales value overall it is 3 lakhs. When you go inside sales value, you can see clearly open order as 1 lakh, open delivery 2 lakhs. Because initial order value is 3 lakhs, but out of that we already delivered 2 lakhs. So it will show open order only 1 lakh, open delivery 2 lakhs. Right? Suppose if I create invoice and assume that accounting document is not generated, then still it will show the value as sales value only 3 lakhs. But it will show now open order is 1 lakh and open invoice 2 lakhs, like that it will show. Suppose if accounting document is generated, accounting is also generated, then here it will show 1 lakh and here it will show 2 lakhs, like that. And overall credit exposure is 3 lakhs, like that. So that is how it updates in FD32. Okay. So initially we created order for 3 lakhs. So here it is 0 in this example, and here it is 3 lakhs. So if I create one more order for 3 lakhs, credit limit is 5 lakhs, but already we created one order. We are getting one more order for 3 lakhs. What system will do? Will it block this order in simple trade check? Go through the third point and answer this question. In simple trade check, go through the third point and answer this question. If I create second order for 3 lakhs, will it block this order or not?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir, won't block. It will allow to create order.
Yeah, it will block. No, sir. No block.
It will block at PGI level, sir.
No, in simple, it will block only at order level. In simple trade check, you have option to block only at order level. See the differences. First difference. In simple trade check, if customer's trade limit exceeds, you can block only at order level. But in this case, it will not block. Mute yourself, everyone. In simple trade check, if I place one more order for 3 lakhs, it will not block, because in simple trade check, system considers present order value plus receivables. System considers present order value plus receivables. So present order 3 lakhs plus receivables 0, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs plus 0, 3 lakhs, and credit limit is 5 lakhs. So it will not block. So that is the working of simple trade check. So in simple trade check, system considers present order value plus receivables and compare with credit limit. If it exceeds, then only it will block. Here in our case, present order value is 3 lakhs, receivables 0, so it total 3 lakhs, but credit limit is 5 lakhs, so it is not exceeded, so it will not block the order. So that is the working of a simple trade check. Third point. Take like this in your notes. FD32, credit limit 5 lakhs, receivable 0, sales value 3 lakhs, credit exposure 3 lakhs, first order 3 lakhs, second order 3 lakhs, no block. First order 3 lakhs, second order 3 lakhs, no block. No block. Now there, take the notes. In simple trade check, under no block, you take the notes. In simple trade check, system considers, in simple trade check, system considers present order value plus receivables. System considers present order value plus receivables. present order value plus receivables. While performing credit check, present order value plus receivables. While performing credit check, okay. So this is an example for PowerPoint. Yes.
Sir, in this case, the sales value should be 6 lakh, right? Because you have created 2 orders, 3 lakh and 3 lakh.
No. While doing the order, so second order we are saving at the time of save. So this is the result. After save, you will find sales value as 6 lakhs. But while saving the second order, will it block or not? That is the question here.
Yeah, it will not block, but once you save, the sales value should be
After
6 lakh,
save,
right?
yes. After save, it will be 6 lakhs sales value.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is an example for third point in simple side. Now take example for automatic side. So as I said, third point in automatic credit check system considers all open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, and open item values. So in this case, in simple side, you take like this, one link to this. For your understanding of present order plus receivables. Okay. Now take this same example in case of automatic. It will block. It will block. Take the same example. FD32 credit limit 5 lakhs, receivables 0, sales value 3 lakhs, credit exposure 3 lakhs, order 3 lakhs. One more order 3 lakhs, it will block. It will block. Take this. So take that block and right here in automatic credit check, in automatic credit check, system considers all in automatic credit check, system considers all open order values, open delivery values, system considers all open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, open invoice values, and open item values into credit manager. System considers all open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, and open item values into credit manager. Take this arrow. That means system considers credit exposure. So 3 lakhs plus credit exposure 3 lakhs, 6 lakhs, but the credit limit is only 5 lakhs, so it will block in automatic. Okay, next line. Credit exposure is equal to sales value plus receivables. Credit exposure is equal to sales value plus receivables. Credit exposure is equal to sales value plus receivables. Next line. Sales value is equal to open order value plus open delivery value sales value is equal to open order value plus open delivery value plus open invoice value. Open order value plus open delivery value plus open invoice value. Next slide. Receivables is equal to open item value. That is invoice created, accounting document generated, but not yet paid. Invoice created, accounting document generated, but not yet paid. Invoice created, accounting document generated, but not yet paid. Okay, this is about the third difference. So once again, credit exposure means what? Sales value plus receivables. Both will update in credit exposure. And if you go inside sales value, you'll find three values here: open order value, plus open delivery value, plus open invoice value. And if once accounting document generated, that will be removed from sales value and that will update in receivables. That value will be removed from sales value and it updates in receivables. Like, so this is the working. Okay, next. Configuration for simple credit check. Generally, clients will not use simple credit check. They go for automatic credit check. But we'll see practice purpose. What is the working of simple credit check? Configuration for simple credit check. First step, define credit control area. Define credit control area. So what is credit control area? So it is an organizational unit which specifies group of people responsible for credit activities. It is an organizational unit which specifies group of people responsible for credit activities. Nothing but credit department. Nothing but credit department. Every company will have credit department. So that will be defined in SAP as credit control area. Make it know. Credit control area. It is an organizational unit. It is an organizational unit. It is an organizational unit which specifies It is an organizational unit which specifies group of people responsible It is an organizational unit which specifies group of people responsible for credit activities. For credit activities. Bracket, credit department. Bracket, credit department. Credit department. Next slide. FI consultant is responsible. FI consultant is responsible to define credit control area. FI consultant is responsible to define credit control area. Next, the length of credit control area is 4 digits. The length of credit control area is 4 digits. Four digits. Take the path. SPRO, enterprise structure, definition, SPRO, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define credit control area. Define credit control area. Go to new entries. So we are not responsible for this. FI consultant is responsible. Go to new entries. Mention some code B001. Give some code, 4 digits. Currency INR. Currency INR. Take this field update. Update. We should know about this. Update. The field is update. We call update group actually. Make a bracket. Update group. Bracket update group. Make a note. We have 3 types of update groups. We have 3 types of update groups. That is 4012, 4015, 4018. We have 3 types of update groups: 4012, 4015, 4018. Make it. Update group controls. Update group controls. Update group controls. Which documents? Update group controls. Which documents should be updated into update group controls? Which documents should be updated into credit management? Update group controls. Which documents should be updated into credit management? Take first one. 4012. This one. 4012. Make a note. It updates all open order values. It updates all open order values, open delivery values. It updates all open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, open invoice values, and open item values. Open item values into credit management. So update group 4012, it updates all open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, and open item values into credit management. Next, 4015. 4015. It updates all open delivery values. It updates all open delivery values, open invoice values. It updates all open delivery values, open invoice values, and open item values. Into credit management. Into credit management. So here open orders values will not be there in 4015. Again, bracket. System considers update group 4015. System considers update group 4015. System considers update group 4015. When you are doing delivery, without sales order reference. When you are doing delivery without sales order reference. Fine. So normally we maintain 12 only in any project. Update group as 12. But even though you maintain 12, when you are doing delivery without sales order, then in that case, system will consider in the backend update group as 4050. In the backend, it automatically takes update group as 4050 because in that process, there is no sales order. There is no sales order. So if there is no sales order in any process, and if you have delivery and invoice, then system considers update group as 4015. Okay. Next, third one, 4018. 4018. It updates all open order values. It updates all open order values, open invoice values, it updates all open order values, open invoice values, and open item values. It updates all open order values, open invoice values, and open item values. Here, bracket, here, open delivery is not there. Here, open delivery is not there. Here, open delivery is not there. So, in case of third party and service, third party, there is no delivery. Third party process, there is no delivery. And service also, there is no delivery. So, in these two process, system considers update group as 40C18. Again, in third party process and service process, in third party process and service process, system considers update group as, in third party process and service process, system considers update group as 40C18. System considers update group as 40C18. So this is about update group, important. Okay. So we maintain standard 4012. This is the standard one, 12. But even though we maintain 12, but if you are doing third party, it will consider automatically update group as 18. So you can see this in tables. Okay, 4012. Next, maintain fiscal year variant V3. Maintain fiscal year variant V3. Maintain fiscal year variant as V3. And take this default data for automatically creating new customers. Default data, take that heading. Default data for automatically creating new customers. Default data for automatically creating new customers. See here, here we maintain credit limit for new customers in this place. We'll maintain credit limit for new customers. New customers, we don't give separate credit limit. Any new customer, company will give some credit limit because we don't know about that customer. He is new to the business, so we'll give one common credit limit for all new customers. So suppose 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs is the credit limit we maintain here. 5 lakhs. Like that. Now, whenever new customer comes into business, so it will take a credit limit as 5 lakhs for that customer. Remaining existing customers will give 20 lakhs, will give 30 lakhs based on his past payment history. So will increase, means every year you may increase the credit limits. So existing customers 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs, like that will give credit limits. But new customers, any new customer, here whatever you maintain, that will be applicable. Make a note. Here we maintain credit limit. Here we maintain credit limit for new customers. 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 So if you maintain credit limit here, whenever we create customer in SAP. So if a new customer comes, we go to XD01, we means users will go to XD01 and create the customer. So whenever we create new customer in SAP, in the background, system automatically creates FD30. In the background, system automatically creates FD30. In the background, system automatically creates FD30. Background. If you maintain credit limit here, if you maintain credit limit here, and whenever we create new customer, in SAP, and whenever we create new customer in SAP, system automatically creates FD30 in the background. System automatically creates FD30 in the background. So that is the result of this. Default data for automatically creating new customers. This is also important in the screen, like update loop. And this one. These two are important in the credit control area. So default data for automatically creating new customers. Here we maintain credit limits for new customers. So if you maintain credit limit here, then system whenever we create new customer in SAP. So suppose after this, if you go and check, create one customer XD01, then in the backend system automatically creates FD32 and take credit limit as 5 lakhs from here. For that customer, it automatically creates FD32, and by default, it will take a credit limit as 5 lakhs from here, like that. So here we maintain credit limits for new customers, and if you maintain credit limit here, then whenever we create new customer in SAP, system automatically creates FD30. Please remember, important, update group and this credit limit for new customers. Okay, I'll share this. Next, go back and give some description for credit control area. Go back and give some description for credit control area. Go back and give some description for credit control area. Give some description for credit control area. Next, assign company code. Next, assign company code to credit control area. assign company code to credit control area. Assign company code to credit control area. Make a note. FI consultant is responsible for this assignment. FI consultant is responsible for this assignment. Take the path. Path. Enterprise structure, definition, sorry, SPRO, enterprise structure, assignment, SPRO, enterprise structure, assignment, financial accounting, SPRO, enterprise structure, assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to credit control area. So I'll do this assignment. Make it. Go to your company code. Go to your company code and assign credit control area. Go to your company code and assign credit control area. Save it. Go to your company code and assign credit control area. And save it. Next slide. The relationship between credit control area, the relationship between credit control area and company code. The relationship between credit control area and company code is one to many. One to many. Mute yourself. Please check that. Oh, thank you. The relationship between credit control area and company code is one to many. That is one credit control area. That is one credit control area can have multiple company codes. One credit control area can have multiple company codes, but one company code should be assigned to only one credit control area. Only one credit control area. Only one credit control area. So there is a relationship one to many between credit control area and company code. So first two steps, FI is responsible. Next step, configure simple credit limit check. Heading, third step, configure simple credit limit check. Configure simple credit limit check. and SD is responsible. Again, SD consultant is responsible for this configuration. SD consultant is responsible for this configuration. SD consultant is responsible for this configuration. Take the path SPRO, sales and distribution. SPRO, sales and distribution. Basic functions. Credit management, risk management. SPRO, sales and distribution. Basic functions. Then credit management, risk management. In that, simple credit limit check. In that simple credit limit check. Simple credit limit check. So this is the configuration step, and SD is responsible. Go to your document type OR. Go to your document type OR. And maintain check credit limit as this field. And maintain check credit limit as either A, and maintain check credit limit as either A or B or C. And maintain check credit limit as either A or B or C. Because we are doing a simple credit check, so you have to maintain either A or B or C. And take the difference. A means run simple credit limit check and warning message. A means run simple credit limit check and warning message. B means run simple credit limit check and error message. Run simple credit limit check and error message. C means run simple credit limit check and delivery block. Run simple credit limit check and delivery block. Either I'll maintain first A. Maintain check credit limit as A or B or C, and remove credit group. Remove credit group because remove credit group because credit group is applicable. Credit group is applicable only for automatic credit check. Credit group is applicable only for automatic credit check. Credit group is applicable only for automatic credit check. So we have to remove this, otherwise you will get error. So remove this credit group. If it is D, then only it will allow to maintain credit group. D means automatic credit share. Save it. Next step, go to your pricing procedure. Fourth step. This is also SD. Go to your pricing procedure. B/08. Go to your pricing procedure B/08. And select your pricing procedure. Select your pricing procedure and double click on control. Select your pricing procedure and double click on control. Select your pricing procedure and double click on control. Then go to net value step and maintain subtotal as A. Go to your net. Here we don't have net value step. We have only simple pricing procedure. PR0. Go to your net value step and maintain subtotal as A. Go to your net value step and maintain subtotal as A. So subtotal A will help to update the sales document value into credit management. This subtotal A will help to update the sales document value into credit management. Subtotal A will help to update. Subtotal A will help to update. Subtotal A will help to update the sales document value into credit management. Subtotal A will have to update the sales document value into credit management. Subtotal A will help to update the sales document value into credit management. Next slide. Subtotal A is a link between pricing. Subtotal A is a link between pricing and credit management. Subtotal A is a link between pricing and credit management. Subtotal A is a link between pricing and credit management. Subtotal A is a link between pricing and credit management. So if you maintain subtotal A for gross value step, then that gross value will be updated into credit management. If you maintain subtotal for net value, then the net value, whatever the net value, that will be updated into credit management. So which step you maintain, that value will update in credit management. If you maintain subtotal A for simply PR00 condition type, so only PR00 value will be updated into credit management. So like that. So where you assign this subtotal A, so that value, that step value will be updated into credit management. So this is also SD, fourth step. Fifth step, go to item category controls, VOV7. Go to item category controls. And go to your item category TAN. And check credit active. And check credit active. Check credit active. By default, in standard it is checked only, but make sure that this should be checked. If you check this, then only the line item value will be updated into credit management. Again, if you check credit active, then the line item value, if you check credit active, then the line item value will be updated into credit management. If you check credit active, then the line item value will be updated into credit management. This is also SD. Line item value will be updated into credit management. So this is the configuration for a simple credit check. And tomorrow we'll see the result of simple credit check, and we'll go to automatic credit check configurations. That's it. If you want, create new customer and go to FD32. So practice, if you want to practice the result of simple credit check, and we'll start the configuration of automatic credit check.
Tomorrow or Monday?
Hello.
So Monday. Sorry, Monday.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have in output determination now. Out, not in credit management, in output. Can I ask in?
You can ask.
ओके सर, हम लोग जब ये इनवॉइस में आउटपुट टाइप डालते हैं वो हमको मैनुअल डालना पड़ता है. अगर मुझे ऑटोमेटिक आना चाहिए तो क्या कंट्रोल है उसका?
You completed output determination concept.
Yes.
Then it should come automatically. There should be some problem in your configuration. No need to enter output type manually. If you configure properly, it should determine automatically in invoice. So इसमें control कुछ भी नहीं. So cross-check the configurations once.
Okay.
By default, it should come automatically. We should not enter that manually.
Sir, if
Yes.
they ask configuration of simple credit check interview, we have to
Uh.
tell all this. FI part also.
Mention that FI will create a credit control area, and FI will assign a company code to credit control area. Then we go to simple credit check, and for our document type OR, we have to maintain simple credit limit check as either A or B or C. And go to pricing procedure, maintain subtotal A, and item category, make sure that credit active is checked. Like that, you need to answer these 5 steps. But first to mention that FI will do that. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue the result of, it's not tomorrow, sorry, Monday. Monday we'll see the result of simple credit check and we go to automatic credit check configurations. Thank you.
Sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, not in business process one, sir. Actually, in our regular classes, that time one order will be created there, but the order is rush order. But we have case document type 1, type 2 is there. So we will maintain the rush order and canceling that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
at that time, delivery is not created now, sir. That time for us also. For us, now also not creating delivery, sir. Automatically. If we change
Monday
that.
remind me, I'll do that.
That configuration is for
Monday
Okay,
remind
sir.
me, I'll try to show. Okay.
okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.